Hello and welcome back to College Disc Golf News with me, your host, Nickens, breaking down everything going on in college disc golf this week. And a little early on my prediction because I'm going to be doing this event happens Friday. This is just a one-off because it is a regional, so I'm going to be covering the Rocky Mountain Regional real quick. We're going to go over D1 and D2. That's something I usually don't normally do, but because this has bids involved, all the originals, I will be covering D2. And of course, cannot forget our ladies are there. There are actually a couple teams there. But it is going to be a super fun time, so make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure you're getting notified of everything that I'm doing, what I'm putting out, because you never know. I post on a Wednesday sometimes when it's when the tournament happens on a Friday, so it's going to be a super fun time. So make sure you're keep it up with me. So as you see on screen, this is the Optimus Disc Golf Course in Fort Morgan, Colorado. It is a mix of kind of park, but also there's also kind of very much some shrubbiness from what I've seen. Now this is posted in 2021, but all the way back when there's also this is kind of the front end of the park, and as you get towards the back, you start getting into the woods, and it looks kind of like that classic mountain Colorado shrubby kind of desert feel. It is a super fun course out there. There's some old footage of Eagle McMahon playing this course, and it's blurry, but you can see here he definitely has kind of like a huge head of hair. It basically looks like he has a mosquito net over his head playing the entire time with the blurriness of the camera. So check that out. That's the 2015 High Plains Challenge. But anyway, I've been difficult trying to find information on the layout. There's a ton of holes on this course. There's like 27, 28 holes out here at the Optimist. Ranging from very wooded to kind of what you're seeing here, some kind of more of that open woods with some obstacles. So in order to do well, you're going to have to be able to know the course. I think, know your layouts, and also I think you're going to have a lot of guys who are able to score at the course like this. And so, as we're getting into it, I'm going to let you know kind of all the teams that are coming in D1. We've got Boise State, BYU, Colorado Schools of the Mines, Colorado State, Texas Tech, UC Boulder, and Utah State. Utah was going to come, but they ended up having to drop out. And so you got some pretty top level guys here. Ryan Bain for BYU. He's 993 rated. You have Noah Turnbull for BYU. He's 983. You've also got Colorado State's guys, Caden Leeper, Christopher Dobby, Greg Key, all of them 975 and up. Then you got Texas Tech with Logan Cawthorn, Levi Bennett, also very solid. And also Utah State has Philip Romney, who played pretty well at their conference event way back when. And so it's going to shake out to be a pretty high-level playing field for the D1 division. But here's what I got going into it for this regional. Now, I've got Colorado State taking it down. I think course knowledge and them being kind of close, being able to play it, is going to really play into it. I think they're going to take it down. Then I've got BYU. I really like the quality of player they have on their team. They were able to smoke everybody at the Utah State Open, and so I've got them coming in second. I got Texas Tech coming in third at 16 down. I like them. I just don't know if they necessarily have the course knowledge and the players that are there. Aiden Valles is new, so I don't know how their team chemistry is. But, I got proven wrong last week with UNC, so maybe Aiden is really good. Colorado, I've got 15 down with their kind of level and ceiling. I do like Ben Treften to kind of lead that team, but we're still figuring out that might be a team that is on the rise, maybe gets their bid later. And then I got Boise State at 13 down. Again, they've got that kind of mountain golf, but again, they're so far away, they've not been able to play this course. There isn't a lot of videos on this course, and so having that course knowledge is going to be very vital, being able to be there. And so that's where I have it. Now, you may be wondering, Michael, I know that Colorado School of Mines is really good. Why are they not predicted into your team? And I'll tell you why. Now, this is Colorado School of Mines A team. Look at it. looking there, this seems to be some guys. Two guys haven't played before. An 870 guy's their highest team on their A team. And then their B team 940, 965, 935. Oh, they flip their A and their B team. And look, I want to make clear that there is nothing wrong with this. There's just nothing against the rules about this at all. You are allowed to put an A team, quote unquote, with your B team players and your B team with your quote unquote A team players, because at the end of the day, it's all about earning that bid to go to nationals anyway. But here's the thing, and this is like a kind of a system that college disc golf has put together, and there is some things that are kind of weird about it. And this is just a personal thing. My big pet peeve with it is that you kind of don't like the players that are earning this D2 division bid. They're not necessarily going to be the ones that are going to play in it. Looking at those Colorado School of Mines guys, they're probably good enough to, at some point earn a D1 bid. And similarly with Colorado Mesa, they're probably going to have enough to earn a D1 bid. And you kind of get down to it. California UC Davis has a lot of as a 940 and a 976 guy. Utah Valley has put their A team into it. There's nothing wrong with doing that, putting your team in there, because earning a D2 bid is at the end of the day the most important thing. Now the issue comes is that if that D1 team that's playing in D2 is good enough to earn a D1 spot, and they eventually do, right? Who is to say that they have not taken a spot away, right? That team from maybe a D team or a B team that deserve a C team or a B team that deserve that D2 spot. Now, this is all about, like, is the players that are earning that spot, are they the ones actually taking it? And it's really difficult, because at the same time I understand, because you want to make sure that you have your D2 spot locked in. What if you don't get a D1 spot? Right. But you're also taking an opportunity away from people who are actually on D2 rosters, B team rosters, to earn that spot. And this is just kind of the result of the system that we're in. Not necessarily that, Colorado School of Mines is doing something really bad and they're bad for it. Or, Utah Valley is doing something really bad by putting their D1 team in D2. That's not what I'm saying at all. That is not it. They are at no fault. They're doing what I would do if I was in their position. My thing is that I just wish there was a way to ensure that, we weren't giving out bids to people that aren't going to take them, or that you're going to have maybe a lesser quality of D2 team that is going to make it into the division. Because if you have the expectation that, you have a bunch of guys from 900 to 950 that got this bid, and then what actually shows up is that they actually got a D1 bid, and they came back and they sent their 850 to 900 guys, and that's usually not the quality of player that's going to be able to win at the D2 division. And so what ends up happening is that you have a spread of D2 players who are not able to do it. However, that's kind of in a bygone era almost, because there's so little D2 bids now. Instead of it being a 3 and then you have 6 D2 bids, it's now a 2 and 2 D2 bid system. So there's only, it's a lot more limited. And so getting that D2 bid is a lot more important. It's a lot more coveted. It's going to be a lot harder to get into D3 this year. And so, again, this is not the fault of individual players or teams. It's kind of a system. Anyway, long rant over. Let's go ahead and jump into the D2 things. So for my D2 predictions, I've got Colorado School of Mines taking it down, 15 down. I really like them in this spot with the team that they have. Look out for Randy Lamb Jr. and Hayden Cavalli to really lead this team. Tim Hoffman's going to be there. Don't know too much about their fourth guy, but I'm sure they're going to be able to do pretty well with that kind of home court advantage. Utah Valley is no slouch, though. They did disappoint me at Utah State, but I've got them. I think Garrett Colwell and Owen Millett, they have the ability to really carry this team. I like them in this spot, probably taking it down. However, any of the Colorado teams can take it down at this point. Colorado Mesa, led by Landon Fletterjohn, really like him here. could definitely see Mesa potentially take it down, maybe steal it from Utah Valley, especially with Utah Valley not performing up to the level I expected them to. Colorado and Colorado State have some good guys, so definitely be on the lookout for them this weekend. It's anybody's game. So, lastly, we have our ladies division, and there's 3 teams represented, but only 2 teams that are playing. So Utah State already takes the win in teams, but I do have singles rounds scores that I'm trying to predict. So I've got Chelsea Harding taking it down. She looks like the most talented player there, and then Taylor Moore in second with 13 over, Reagan Rogers at 15, and then I got Josephine Yoakum at 18 over. It's tough to say, and I don't necessarily know the layout. I'm kind of going based off like what previous women's divisions have played for the High Place Challenge, and so I've got them there. It should be a super fun time for them, and it could be close. This is definitely a course that can get some scoring separation for the ladies, and so I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor actually is able to take this down. But who knows? The only person who probably is able to play that course is Josephine, and so it's going to be interesting to see what all happens at this course. And again, course knowledge is going to be important. But that is all I have for you guys for the Rocky Mountain Regional. Let me know in the comments who you have winning it all, who you have taking it down. Let me know maybe if you have some things about the conference bid, since I did go off on it for a little bit. If you have any ideas of maybe a way to fix it, because I'm out of ideas, and I don't think you should punish teams who are trying to earn a D2 bid. But I also think that it's not fair for you to earn this bid with a certain team and then not actually use that team for that bid, but also substitutions and that all stuff. It's complicated. There's no perfect way to do it, and at the end of the day, it is not players' faults. It's a college disc golf system that I don't really know how to fix. Anyway, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. I can't wait to talk to you guys, see what y'all think. It's Nickens, and I'll see you guys in the next one.